Hey guys, it's Ash. In this video, I want to talk about two things that kind of tie in together. One, taming your tongue, and cross-cultural communication. Please excuse the radio if you can hear it. It's in Spanish. I am in Guatemala after all. What brought this to mind is I can't even remember exactly, but the other night, me and my roommates were talking about how we have to be careful about what we let into our brains and what we let our ears hear. And that started with a song that I was singing. And I couldn't remember where it was from. It was in my brain, and I knew the lyrics and I knew the tune, but I couldn't pinpoint where it was from. And that's dangerous. That's dangerous territory. To have something planted inside of you but not know where it comes from. This happened to me once when I was at school. I was walking through the hall, and all of a sudden, I started singing Korn. I listened to a lot of rock in high school, and I don't think that rock is a bad thing. I still listen to rock. However, I started listening to music that was vulgar and that talked about some very negative things. That's planted inside me. I have that in my brain now. It's tucked in there somewhere. And it made me think about a friend at Spring Arbor right before final exams. And I was sitting at a computer, and he sat down next to me, and we were just talking, we were having, just a friendly conversation. And this is somebody who I've known for all 5 years of Spring Arbor, being a student there. And he said that he was thinking about asking a girl out. I'm so sorry for what I'm about to admit. But I said, oh, another one? And immediately, I was taken back by what I had said, and immediately the energy changed. And, he told me that he didn't want people to think that about him. And he was asking me, I was like, is that what people think about me? And I was like, kinda. But it's the people who don't know you. And I would never think that about him. I know this person, I know how genuine of a man he is and how after God he is, and I know that he's not a player. But I listen to people talk about him, and even though I stood up for him in private, what they said was in my brain. And I wasn't taming my tongue and guarding my heart and protecting him in that moment. And I opened us both up to pain. I've been reminded of that here in Guatemala concerning cross-cultural communication. Person, if you know who you are, if you see this, please forgive me for what I did to you. I didn't mean to hurt you. And I know that our relationship, our friendship will never be the same because I broke your trust in that moment, and I'm sorry. But I want to relate this to some cross-cultural communication. I have to be careful about what I say and what I do here in Guatemala, because what might be normal to me isn't normal here. Okay, I'm weird in the United States, but here I'm even more weird. One of the things I do to my closer friends is I kiss their hands. You lock hands like this, and I'll bring their hand to my lips. And I think nothing of it. But I did that to somebody here, and thank goodness it was a closer friend who knows I'm weird and I'm crazy. I was like, oh, I made a mistake. If I had done that to anybody else, that would not have been a good idea. And then I also was trying to explain to somebody that a friend was sick, and I used the expression, she's got a frog in her throat. And He's like, "En serio?" And then he proceeded to, like, go over to her and check her throat. And being wise with your words is really important. And I've just been reminded of that here the past couple weeks. I also said to somebody, my roommate was sitting next to me on the bench, and I was talking to my friend who was standing up, and I hugged my roommate and I said, "Le amo," which you don't use the verb amar, to love, for anybody except your family, God, and your significant other. For friends and acquaintances and maybe even like siblings, you use querer. You would say, "Le quiero," "te quiero," "I love you." So when I said "le amo," he thought I meant I loved her romantically, which then required more explanation. And it's like, no, that's not what I mean. I'm sorry. This is what I mean. Le quiero, le quiero. It is hard to tame your tongue and to examine yourself and to be discerning about what you take into your ears and what comes into your heart and your mind. Now, that doesn't mean that you don't listen to people. Sorry, nose ring, stuff in my nose. That doesn't mean that you don't listen to people. That doesn't mean you don't respect other people's opinions. That doesn't mean you shut out everything that is evil, because evil is everywhere. Heck, if you're going to try to shut out evil, you might as well sit in your room and be a hermit for the rest of your life. It speaks, I just want to stress how important it is to be discerning with your lips and what you let pass through the gates of your mouth to the rest of the world. And also whether you take stock in what passes through your gate into, your consciousness. That's all I really wanted to talk about for this video. Like, subscribe, comment, question, leave concerns or criticisms down below. Thank you for watching this video. Take care. God bless. Hasta luego.